Hi, it's Agnes and welcome back to my channel. I have something special today and this is a antique or vintage handbag collection. So these are designs that never heard of, or maybe yeah, designs that existed way back, and these are the bags that some of them were made in the 60s, 70s, I think. Yeah, so I'll get started. So this is something special for those who like handbags in general and those who like a bit of handbag history. So let's get started. I have this little piece right here. This is a vintage piece. It opens up like this. You can tell the material is a vintage kind of gold material, and inside there it's got a silky bead and it's got a label. You can tell it's an aged bag, the material and the smell. So, and then it closes up like this. So, you know, some time back people used to carry these bags. And then next I'll show you another golden bag. It is right here. This bag was gifted to me. Oh, that bag I just showed you was is a thrifted bag, but this one was gifted to me to a friend of mine, an elderly friend of mine. So she gave this to me. It's a very antique bag, probably 60s bag. Yeah, definitely 60s bag, because I know the 70s bag very well. You can see it's got like a little golden detail, metal pieces there, and that's the back. So definitely this is the front because of that design there, and the small gold chain. And the material, you can tell it is proper vintage material. So yeah, it opens up like this, and I just remove what's inside. Yeah, you can tell it is a proper vintage bag. It's got a label there. What does it say? Oh, it says made in England. It's an old label. Made in England. You can tell it's a signature label. And there's like a kind of a signature, like signed piece. So yeah, very vintage and very cute. Very pretty. I've never carried this, but you know, it's more of a collector's piece, as you can see. And then up next, I'll show you this bag. This could be probably, this could be actually 40s or something. It could be made, probably was made in the 40s. This bag right here. And it's got these like diamonds or something. Really pretty. It's a beaded bag. You can tell that it's an aged bag. It's really old. So what makes me think it was made in the 40s? I'll show you what makes me think it was made in the 40s. So this bag was bought from, I got this from an antique shop. And why do I think it's antique? So look at the interior. You can tell there's no label. So when it came, it had these contents inside. Apparently the donor donated it together with these pieces. So the elegant lady who used this bag was a very classic lady. I'll show you what's inside. It has a notebook, an enamel notebook. Where can you find an enamel notebook this day? So there it is. It's an enamel notebook or diary. It's metal, gold, metal the other side, and then enamel this side. And it's got a label which I cannot read, too tiny unless I had my reading glasses. But yeah, and then it came with a pen. Obviously it's not working. It's a vintage pen, and it opens up like this. Then it's got some papers, though it are like notes, old notes. So for privacy's sake, really, I had to tear them off, because I mean, I wouldn't want to read or have people other people's addresses, so I tore the other pages, the ones which had words on them. So yeah, she was such an elegant lady. So she had this in this purse, and then she had a few other things I'll show you. And she had like a puff holder, like a little bag with a dust. It's got like powder, like a dry powder puff. So obviously I have to keep it in. It's a used powder piece, but for a collector's sake, for collecting sake, I just keep it in there. And two more other items that existed probably in the 50s and the 60s. These pieces that were in the purse as well, like this vintage comb or antique comb, because you don't see things like this nowadays. It's got that golden piece there, and then you just put your comb in there. So she was really elegant. She had a comb, notebook, everything in her purse. And what else did she have? Something that you don't see nowadays, because you cannot smoke in a building. So she had a pocket ashtray in a bag. So she was a smoker, and here it is. And that's the interior. So this is where you remove the ash from, and then you keep the ash in there. And this bit inside, I think, is heat resistant inside. And here it is. So this lady was a posh lady, was a posh British lady. And obviously she carried this when she was like going for her dinners and her banquets and things like that. Really gorgeous piece. So this is a collector's piece. Obviously I would not carry this, but for collecting sake, I will keep it. And then next I'll just show you some ordinary vintage bags. I have a bag similar to this one. I'll just show them to you together. So I have this bag. It is by Susan Smith, a vintage bag. Obviously this was made in the 60s as well, I think 60s or early 70s, because in the 70s that's when they started coming up with crossbodies. I think late 70s. So you can adjust it so you can see. That's what I'm saying, because 60s it was typical handheld and or cook of the arm, but you can see now they were trying to elongate the strap. So this was, I think, late 70s, 60s to the 70s, I think, when they started to sort of come up with some straps. So yeah, it's got a label, Susie Smith, and I think it's got oh, actually not, is it not Susie Smith, sorry, Susan, I think it's got a like Susan or something, Susan Leather Goods, says Susan Leather Goods. So it came with its original strap, I mean original dust bag. So it's by Susan, obviously vintage name, I mean a company or something. So here it is in a chocolate brown, and something similar is this bag right here, and you see they're similar. This is a brown, like a chocolate brown, and this is black. This is definitely black, and this one also could be like late 60s to the 70s. Again, they were trying to elongate the strap. So this is a strap that you can pull up like this and carry it like a shoulder bag, or shorten it like this. And at the same time, it's adjustable. So if you want it to be like really like a short strap like this, you can adjust it. I don't know how this dent. I think it's because of the storage. But this is a pretty bag. I wish it didn't have the dent, because it reminds me of the MS Constance bag. The design is exactly the Constance bag, but that dent, I don't know how to get rid of that dent. It's something that I would carry, actually. I prefer this one over this one. I would definitely carry this one, I think. I'll try and see how I can get rid of this dent, because it's like foam. So yeah, it opens up like this, and it's made in Spain. This is made in Spain by Belido, something like that. I don't know if you can read that. It's made in Spain. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but something like Billido. So here it is. So this is made in England and this is made in Spain. I like this one so much. I think I would carry this one. And then I have these two bags that are a bit similar. I mean, it's just the color that makes them similar. It's a cognac color. Yeah, so these are English brands, vintage, obviously. These, I think, were probably the 70s because the strap can be a shoulder, I think, and a crossbody as well. So 70s, late 70s, 80s, they started making longer straps. So I would say late 70s to the 80s, this bag. And again, it's made in England, but they had the craftsmanship was so good. The bags were really well made. So this is the interior. It's got like a silky interior. Very well made bag. It's made in England as well. It's got a label there. It's all silky inside. Yeah. This is something actually that I would wear. I've never worn it. I've never carried it, but I think it's something that I would carry this day. But I mean, probably if I worked like but the nature of my job as a nurse, you have to carry like a tote bag or a backpack, but it's too small for me to carry to work. This one, unless if I was working maybe in an office or something. But yeah, it's a beautiful bag. I think it's cute. So similar, this is the similar bag. I think this was also 70s because the strap, you can actually adjust the strap. Yeah, they're very similar. The strap is adjustable as well, so you can carry it as a shoulder bag or crossbody, or just shorten it. Easy to adjust actually. So yeah, this one's got this beautiful tassel there. Again, this one is made in England. I think England made really good bags as well. So Momax made in Great Britain. It's got a label somewhere. Well, they're a bit deep inside, but the interior, you can see, is like a silky material. So these two, I think they were like made probably the same era, you know. Yeah, I love both of them. The bags that actually I would carry, but it's just depending on my lifestyle. I can't carry it to work, and yeah, very beautiful structured bag. So these are also my collector's pieces, because like I said, the bags that existed and they're gone and they're not gonna come back again because they're not like top brands like the Chanel, Louis Vuitton. So, and then I have it next. I have this beautiful red vintage bag. Again, this looks like the 80s probably. Yes, 80s, early 80s. I think 80s they actually wore lots of crossbody bags, so it could be 70s actually. It's a beautiful, well-made bag and well looked after bag in this red croc embossed leather. Beautiful. All these bags I'm showing you are real leather. Again, it's got like that silky interior. I'm trying to see where it is made. I think this says made in Italy down there. They made really beautiful bag, really gorgeous bag. I just like the red and gold and the detail, this barcode detail here. It is gorgeous. Yeah, it's a beautiful bag. I think it's something that I would carry actually. I love it. Yeah. I'm saying it's something that I would carry because I've never carried these bags because I took them as, I kept them as my collector's pieces. And then this one you've seen several times. This one, very vintage, made in England. I do carry this bag because I love it. The interior is a suede material. It's all leather. It's also made in Great Britain. Yeah, made in England. Yeah. So, for Alexander's, New York, made in England for Alexander's, New York. So they designed for a certain company in New York, I suppose. But it's a gorgeous bag. This I do carry to this day when I'm going out in the evening because it's a gorgeous little piece in patent leather. And the next, what else? Oh, let me show you this one. I have two floral prints. Let me just show you this one first. This is a special bag. This had the tag. I should have cut this tag really. So this bag is a proper 60s, probably 50s. I think it's the oldest, well, apart from that little black bag, I think it's one of the old ones. I would say I think it was the 50s, 60s, this bag. And I have kept this bag in my collection because it's this company that made this bag, it does say here it's made in England. So this bag, this company, I cannot pronounce the company, something bag or Bagcraft of England, of Bagcraft of London, by the appointment of Her Majesty the Queen. So they manufactured bags for the Queen. They made bags for the Queen, and there's royal stamping there. I don't know if you can see that. There's that Majesty the Queen's, is it the coat of arms or stamping? I don't know, or logo. But the interior is also like a silky interior. And yeah, so this company made bags for the Queen. And so that's why I have an attachment, because I am so proud to be British, and I love the royal family. I am a proper, what do they call? Royal? Yeah, I love the royal family so much. So I have a dream that one day I'm going to meet the Queen. I have that, you know. So anyway, that's just me. I love this bag. Yeah, so that's for those reasons that, you know, it was endorsed by the British government to make bags for the Queen. So that's why I love it so much. And I've got 3 more. Yeah, let me quickly go through this bag. You've seen it, I showed you the other day. It's one of my, did I show you? I'm not sure. So yeah, it's another vintage bag. It's an Italian brand. It's got their logo there. It's got a name that I cannot pronounce. Made in Italy. Opens up like this. It's got a brand name written somewhere there, and that's the interior. Yeah, it's beautiful. I like it. It's real ostrich skin, as you can see, real ostrich leather. And I love this bag. I call it my lucky bag because it's understated. So when I'm going for interviews, like university interviews or work interviews, or you know, some meetings, I carry this bag. I put my credentials. It holds my credentials really well. It's got compartments and it's well structured. So this is it's like my formal bag, and every time I use it, I always have like positive results for whatever I'm doing. I don't know, it's just my mind. It's just me. And it's got 5 feet. It's got the gold hardware. It's just a well-made vintage bag, which I think I will keep for a long time. I love this bag. I just love the design, love the material. I mean, I don't know, but I just love it. So up next, and then I have my 2 floral gorgeous bags to show you at the end. And then I have 4 more bags full. So there's this bag right here. I think this is definitely the 80s towards the 2000s. I think it's a proper crossbody bag. That's when we were wearing in the 80s and 90s, I think, when everybody wore crossbody bags. So yeah, it's a gorgeous bag. I love it to bits. I like the leather material. It's croc embossed as well. I like those gold details on the side. So it's chocolate brown and gold, and it's also a made in England bag. It's just how it's made, the detail, how it's made, well structured bag. And yeah, adjustable strap to crossbody if you like. Just test if it's a stunning bag, but trust me, believe me, I've never worn it because I'm drawn to my Louis Vuittons and my Chanel bags and my Gucci bags. So yeah, this bracelet is a bit prickly. So yeah, and then the next one, I have one right here. It is another, this is a proper retro bag. When I say retro, it is 80s, I think, 80s, 90s. Shoulder bag, beautiful. I think they did the tassels a lot probably late 70s. That's when they did tassels. That's when they wore tassels a lot, in the late 70s. So yeah, I like the combination. It's all suede. So again, it's a gorgeous, you know, it's another collector's piece because you never find a bag like this. Beautiful bag. So and then the last two, let me show you one and then another one. This is a proper, I think, 60s bag, 60s 70s bag. It is canvas. Yeah, it's the only one made in canvas. I like the floral print, so beautiful. And the army green or jungle green. Yeah, the strap is leather and the top bit is leather. This is like acrylic. Very unique bag. Actually, this I would wear in the summer. I think if I want to, I can wear it in the summer. I can add like a crossbody strap. Yeah, go out with it in the summer. It's beautiful. Yeah, I can just put this aside and then add a chain strap, crossbody strap. It would really look nice. And then lastly, my favorite vintage bag in my vintage collection is this bag. Some of you have seen this bag before. I thrifted it. Was it beginning of the year or last year? I can't remember. Probably last year. Yeah, last year in the summer or just after the summer last year. It's a beautiful bag. Just look at the handles. Those are real tortoiseshell handles. Real tortoiseshell handles. It's got some some like crystals all around and the back as well. And the quality of the leather is stunning. And there's like a bag detail there. It's just a gorgeous bag that I love so much. It's beautiful. Yeah, the floral print on the leather is just amazing. It's just a very unique collector's piece. So this is what I mean, like a collector's piece, because I'm sure a lot of you watching have never seen this bag before, or if you've seen it, there are only a few left, and you know, so this is what I mean, like collector's pieces. There are pieces like this that you want to have in your collection. So I think this is the last one. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Any comments, you can just leave me a comment down below. Anything, if you want any review of these bags, leave me a comment down below. If you're new, you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to watch more of my videos. I do designer handbags, like right on my back there's my Chanel collection. I have Louis Vuitton collection. I have my Gucci collection and other pieces as well, like Fendi, Prada. So you can check out my videos as well. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon. It's bye for now.